In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to the 5 apps that you must have as a foreigner before coming to China, coming up. So moving to China can be an overwhelming task, whether you're coming here for tourism or you're actually coming here for a job and settling in. So there are things you should know beforehand to be best prepared in that situation. From my experience being in China, I have narrowed it down to 5 applications that just make your life so much more convenient as a foreigner here. As I break down these 5 apps, realize that I will be putting all the details in the description down below in case you missed anything. Anyways, let's go to the first one. Most of you already know this, my first recommendation is Wechat. It started out as like a social media platform that's become a mega platform for different services like booking your transportation, topping up your cell phone, and most importantly, e-payments. If you don't know, everything in China is paid pretty much through your phone. Of course, you can still use cash, but it's kind of inconvenient to carry cash. And I got some good news for you. Wechat can now accept international bank cards, so you can set up Wechat Pay beforehand using an international bank card. Now, if you're not familiar with how to use Wechat, don't worry. You can look at the description right here. And I go through a full-blown tutorial step-by-step for beginners on how to use Wechat, from making an account all the way to sending money. To take advantage of all the features of Wechat, you're gonna need your passport, some Visa or MasterCard that's known internationally, and a phone number. It doesn't have to be a Chinese phone number, it can be an international phone number, but it needs to be a phone number with mobile data that can receive text, because that is one of their ways to verify your identity, to make sure that the phone number you put is actually yours and you can respond with the one-time password they give. So for the second application I recommend, it is Alipay. Alipay is more known for e-payment platform, and the reason I also say Alipay is although Wechat may in most cases be enough, it's always good to have a different form of e-payment that's used in China. So the 2 big e-payments in China are Wechat Pay and Alipay. It's just good to have both of them. And more good news, foreigners can also use Alipay. I've also made a full-blown tutorial of how to set up Alipay as a foreigner using foreign bank card. You can look at the link up here or in the description down below for more detail. What I like about Alipay is that you can use different kinds of services that you may not have in Wechat. Like, it's very easy to rent a bike using Alipay's application. And you can also buy stuff online as a foreigner, which I'll go into just a little bit on the next application. But to set up Alipay, you're gonna need your passport, preferably with a visa already inside. It can be a tourist visa, a work visa, whatever, as long as there's some kind of a Chinese visa for allowing you to come into China. The reason I say this is that beforehand I just needed the first page of my passport, but now I'm hearing that they're asking for a picture of your actual visa. So have that set. Your phone number, it can be an international phone number, no problems, and a Visa or MasterCard that is accepted internationally. Once you have all these things, you can set up your Alipay account and start using it immediately. So I kind of gave a hint to this third one, but the third application I recommend you get is Taobao. This is like the Amazon/eBay of China. Little did you know, once you set up an Alipay account, because that's a prerequisite to opening a Taobao, you can actually create a Taobao account where you can purchase stuff online in China. So you get the Chinese prices, and they can even ship it to you overseas. So let's say you want to have a business partner in China that sells specific goods that you want to sell in the US. You can just simply create an Alipay account, download Taobao on your phone, and start shopping. I actually go into great detail on how to shop online. Even though it's only in Chinese, I kind of show you a little bit of hacks on how to make it in English. In this link right here, you can look in the description below for more details. But the requisites for opening a Taobao account is that you should already have an established Alipay account. Whereas you already verified your passport, your bank card, and your phone number, so you don't need to verify anything else except for maybe your 6-digit PIN that you set for your Alipay. Oh, by the way, before I go on, do not forget your 6-digit PIN for Wechat Pay or Alipay, because it is a pain to get the password back if you forget it, and the customer service may not be as quick. So if you have to write it down initially or whatever, the 6-digit PIN used for payments is like the last part of authentication before you actually do the transaction, so don't forget that. Going on to number 4 is Dianping. Think of this as like the Yelp of China. It offers many services, like you can look up restaurant reviews, book hotels, you can book movie tickets, you can look at hospitals and schools, etc. But one key note I want to mention in this is WhyMy. WhyMy is pretty much your Grubhub, I guess you could say, of the US, where you can just stay wherever you are, order online, and the food comes directly to your house or your apartment. In China, food is actually very accessible in big cities, and if it's a restaurant and it's a big restaurant, most likely it has business with WhyMy where you can just order that food from your house. Now for Dianping and WhyMy, I recommend you have a Chinese phone number because they will call you up when they're getting close to your apartment just to make sure they're in the right place, and a Chinese address with Wechat or Alipay already set up. Now, if you're coming here as a tourist and you don't have a Chinese address or a Chinese phone, what can you do? Just talk to the hotel staff, ask them to give you the address of the hotel plus your room number and a phone number that they can call when they get to your hotel so that they can ring you up and say, hey, your food's downstairs, come pick it up, or they can let your delivery guy go upstairs. Note that WhyMy only has a Chinese version now, but I do teach you on how to buy them, looking at the pictures and picking out like the right restaurants in this link up here, and I'll put it in the description below. Okay, last but not least, number 5 is a VPN. You don't want to come to China and realize when you land in China that you cannot access any social media or search engines that you may be used to at your home country, like Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. To overcome that, you can simply purchase a VPN beforehand. You may need to use Google Play Store to actually download some of these VPNs, but just off the top of my head, some renowned VPNs that work all right if you pay for them is Express, Astrill, and Nord VPN. Note that if you Google free VPNs, they're out there. Just realize that from my experience at least, when I use free VPNs, the internet speed was like super slow and it's like hit or miss for it to actually connect to a different IP address. So make sure this is all set beforehand. You can just purchase like 1 month's worth, which might be like $10 or something for a VPN. And it makes your life so much easier here if you still want to communicate with your family back at home while you're in China. Now, I want to emphasize that you should seriously have these 5 apps already downloaded, ready to go before you come into China, as in you already have your bank cards linked, you already have your VPN working and you've tested it, so that when you come here, it's not a surprise that you can't access foreign social media websites or you can't order anything online or purchase anything using e-payment systems. So just make sure you have it all set before you actually come to China. If you found value from this video, please smash that like button. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions I have not answered in this video, and consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so that you can see tips and tricks about having a better lifestyle in China as a foreigner on a weekly basis through my channel. Thanks for watching, keep surviving, and I'll catch you in the next one.